name is Arne Philipp Klug and I'm the Biodiversity Research Director at MSCI. On May 22nd, we celebrate World Biodiversity Day. This day is a reminder that nature on our planet is rapidly declining. 25% of all animal and plant species face extinction. We see the ongoing degradation of forests, oceans and wetlands around the globe. This loss of nature and biodiversity poses a growing existential threat to the global economy and in turn to investors. That's because more than 50% of our global GDP moderately or heavily depends on intact ecosystems and their benefits to society, such as food, raw materials, soil health and pollination. And forests in particular play an essential role for the ecological balance of our planet. However, despite their importance, we continue to lose millions of hectares of forest every year, but regulators have started to act decisively. The EU, for example, plans to ban products that are made or based on land that was deforested after 2020. And this regulation isn't only limited to the main drivers for forest loss, such as palm oil, soy, timber and beef. Other commodities and products like leather car seats, rubber used for clothing, or printed paper will also be affected. Under the new EU regulations, companies would have to publicly report on their due diligence systems. They would also need to keep track of exactly where the commodities they use have been produced. And if they don't comply with these rules, penalties may include fines of up to 4% of a company's annual turnover. And it's not only companies with EU market exposure that need to navigate this growing regulatory pressure. Regulators in the UK, US, Canada, Australia, and Japan have also adopted either laws or pledges to stop deforestation and biodiversity loss. And we can expect more regulations to come in the wake of the Global Biodiversity Framework that was adopted at COP15 in Montreal. If these regulatory risks remain unaddressed, investment returns could be affected. So what can investors do? Our data showed that 10% of the companies in the global MSCI Agri Index could be either directly or indirectly contributing to forest loss. And of these companies, only 13% reported having even a basic policy on deforestation. Investors may therefore want to engage with companies that face risks linked to deforestation, but at the same time appear to have weak risk management systems in place. In the coming years, regulatory pressure on biodiversity and forest loss could intensify. We will be watching how companies respond to existing and new regulations.